Have you seen this footage? It's from India. This is the moment of impact. An Air India plane takes off from an airport near Ahmedabad in India. Moments later, it crashes into a building. Within seconds, the plane is engulfed in flames. 274 people were on board that flight. As of today, 270 of them are dead. Who are the survivors? Why did the plane crash? We'll try and answer these questions tonight. We have a preliminary report. It was released by India's AAIB, or the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau. What does this report say? I'll tell you what it says. Do you remember the two men in the cockpit? Well, they are under the scanner. According to the report, minutes before the takeoff, one of the pilots asked the other, and I'm quoting, "Why have you cut off the fuel?" The other pilot responded, saying that he hadn't done it. The report also says that in the crucial seconds before the crash, the fuel switches were turned off one after another. About a second separated the two switch turnoffs. Let me repeat that. About a second separated the two switch turnoffs. Who did it? That's the question. How did it happen? Another question. And why? That's perhaps the biggest question. A lot of effort goes into making a plane like the Boeing 787. They call it a marvel of technology, and it is. Now, is it possible that a manufacturing defect caused this crash? Some reports say it's not ruled out, but our understanding is that the switches were recently repaired, and more importantly, these switches have safeguards. You cannot just flick them off accidentally. There's a lever, and you must lift it up to switch off the fuel. You cannot just bump it off. So somebody did it, but why? And here's what we do know about the pilots. For now, let me show you something. This is a video from inside the cockpit. It was recorded by a passenger. It gives you a glimpse of what happened after the fuel was cut off. It's hard to see, but the plane starts shaking violently. Suddenly, the cabin lights dim. When the engine sputtered, passengers panicked. Some screamed, others began praying. A woman consoled her child. Then everything went black. Let's piece together the timeline now. The plane took off at 6:05 a.m. At 6:07 a.m., fuel was cut off from both engines. The plane lost altitude. It hit the ground at 6:08 a.m. Remember, this is an unmanned area. There are no houses or trees around the airport. To avoid air traffic, the pilot chose this route. He chose to fly over a medical college campus. Little did he know that would cost him his life and the lives of many others. This medical college is called the MP Shah Medical Campus. Its students and staff are mourning. Today, they lost 55 colleagues and students. 32 of them were on the plane. The rest were on the ground. The college is now a crime scene. Teams are collecting body bags from the campus. How did the plane catch fire? We have some clues. A survivor told us that soon after the fuel was cut, he saw sparks. Apparently, the plane was leaking fuel. The left engine caught fire first, then the right one. Before they knew it, flames engulfed the entire plane. It crashed into two parts. One part fell on the medical college campus. The other landed in a lake nearby. Most of the 242 passengers on board died. 4 survived. 2 of them were brought down from the plane in body bags. Later, they were taken to hospitals. The doctors fought for their lives, but they couldn't be saved. Now, the focus has shifted to the survivors. One is a 55-year-old man. He suffered severe burns. Doctors say he'll survive, but his condition is critical. The 4th survivor is 25 years old. He suffered serious injuries and burns. The survivor had undergone surgery late Sunday night. His condition is stable, but he remains in ICU. So, to sum up, 270 people are dead, 4 are alive. What explains the high death toll? It's not the crash. Planes can be salvaged. It's the fire. This plane went down in flames. Survivors say the fire engulfed the entire plane within seconds. So, as they say, there was no escape. And how did the fire break out? The investigators have not said, but some survivors claim the plane started smoking. Let me tell you what one of them told our affiliate news agency, and I'm quoting, "There was smoke all around. People were scared and started screaming. Some people tried opening the emergency exit, but it could not be opened." The same thing happened in 2019. An Air India Express flight from Dubai landed in Kozhikode in India. It was raining heavily that day. The pilot landed the plane too fast and it skidded off the runway. It broke into 3 pieces and burst into flames. Of the 190 people on board, 191 people died. A lot of them died in the fire. Today, something similar has happened. An official inquiry has been ordered. A special team from India's Aviation Authority will probe this crash. They have 12 months to submit their report. But some facts are already clear. The pilot switched off the fuel supply. That's the preliminary report. It does not say why the fuel was switched off. We wait for more answers. Meanwhile, India has observed a 2-day mourning. Flags are flying at half-mast across India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed his grief. President Murmu led the nation in observing a minute of silence. India's Home Minister Amit Shah spoke to the Chief Minister of Gujarat. He discussed the relief operations. And what about Air India? It's one of India's leading carriers. It operates over 1,500 flights daily. But this is not the airline's finest hour. Back in 2010, an Air India Express flight from Delhi to Mangalore crashed. 158 people were killed. 6 years later, in 2016, a flight from Kuwait to Mangalore caught fire. 1 person died. In 2019, we told you about that deadly accident in Calicut. Now this. Can Air India afford yet another setback? Well, India's Aviation Ministry says it will review the safety record of the airline. Meanwhile, Air India is reaching out to the families of the victims. Each family will receive 10 lakh rupees. The airline will bear the cost of the cremation or burial. It will also set up a dedicated helpline. Families can call this number for assistance. Tonight, our thoughts are with the victims and their families. India has seen many tragedies, but few as heartbreaking as this one.